my lovely, where have we been recently?
We went off to sunny Sheffield, up in the north of England. I believe it's in Yorkshire.
Sunny, I think we use the word very loosely.
Yes, we did see the sun once for about half an hour.
Yeah, very chilly, I have to say. It was definitely a few degrees cooler than down here in the south. These guys are a collaboration of YouTubers, hence Coalition Vans. And we went to learn how to do everything from insulation, soundproofing, cladding, to building cabinets and beds.
What was also quite useful is getting to grips with power tools, how to use them and how to use them safely. Yeah, we're both very clumsy, so to go to B&Q or something and get a whole lot of power tools off the shelf and just start using them would have led to plenty of visits to the A&E, so I'm glad we've done it this way around.
So for anyone who's worrying about Calamity Cas, I have all 10 digits still in place.
I was the only one to pick up an injury, and I got a tiny little nick on the end of my thumb from a Stanley knife. Nothing serious.
Just a wee little bit of claret.
Tiny, yeah.
Tiny, but there we go.
Stay tuned, follow us on the journey, and we'll have a chat to the people of Coalition Vans and our experiences for the week we spent up there.
And also we'll speak to the other people who joined us on the course.
Right, this one next, yeah? Okay.
So we're here today with Liam from Coalition Vans. This is the whole reason that we've come up to Sheffield to do a van build course. I think we saw this on one of Liam's videos, and Pete and I had a little chat and we thought, yeah, we think we'd like to try this, see whether we'd be able to do a van build or not. So Liam, tell us about Coalition Vans. Who, why, where, when?
Originally, the idea for Coalition Vans came about over 2 years ago, but they didn't really work out how I originally planned, so it kind of got put on hold a little bit, and then about 18 months ago I decided to do it legitimately and, you know, do all the business accounts and all that kind of stuff, and moved into this unit.
All the sensible, grown-up and expensive stuff.
Yeah, very expensive, yeah.
So who is Coalition Vans? Is it just you? Are you Coalition Vans? Are you partnered with anyone?
Yeah, well, it's been a collaboration between myself, Rick, we've got Bruce that does the electrics, we've got other people that come in time to time if we need labour and that kind of thing. So the whole idea originally was that it was a coalition of, you know.
Get it? Yeah.
See what I did there with the name?
Yeah,
That was the idea, yeah.
Yeah, cool. And so you've just had a knee op. From the footage you'll see this week, you'd never believe it, because he's been running and jumping around like a blubbered monkey, but there we go. Is that partially the reason why you decided to do a van build course this week? I know it's your first one.
No, the reason was because Rick didn't want to work in December, so the last van build that we had booked in was finished in October, so we had November as a bit of a free time, and I knew I was going to be recovering potentially. The op was originally booked for September, then they moved it to October, and then it ended up being the end of October, so it just kind of felt right, really. We just picked the dates out of a hat, really.
Yeah.
And it was also we had two courses going first, but then it became a bit stressful for our first one, so we decided just to do one and then leave it at that.
And from our point of view, now looking at it, because we always knew it was going to be like a half and half van, half was already done and half was...
Yep.
I don't think you've got 2 weeks worth of work for showing people how to do stuff on this van.
Especially the first parts like windows and insulation. Really, I mean, we could put a window in the back there, but now the insulation and that kind of thing's done. So if we do it again, I don't know how we're going to do it. I might have to buy another van and do it again that way. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So from your perspective, I mean, we're the students. We know there's 5 of us here. There's Paul and Laura. Paul knows a little bit. Tam, I think, is just kind of a bit like me. Have seen a few things, but not really done it. So we don't know what you're going to teach us, really. So how do you feel it's gone from your point of view as your first course and how it's gone?
It's difficult for me to say really, because it's down to you and your feedback on how you feel it's gone, because you're the ones that's sort of paying to be here really. But I think we've done more than I expected.
I was going to say, have we made as much progress
Yeah,
as you
we've
hoped
made more
we
progress than I expected, and it hasn't. None of it's been difficult. You've not been hard people to teach. You've taken on board what we've said and the instructions that we've given, and you've done it to a good standard. So there's been no. I don't think I've had to redo anything or.
Yeah.
Or, you know, a few times I've said, "Oh, let me do the first one, and then you can do this." You know, but
Yeah.
other than that, I think that
Yeah.
everybody. There's a combination of personalities here as well, so everybody's helped each other with bits that different strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, and that always happens in any walk of life, doesn't it? People have strengths and weaknesses. It's good to have a go at your weaker points to try and build your confidence. But you would always, I think it's just natural, isn't it, that people gravitate to their comfort zone and stick with what they feel that they're better at. I mean, from our point of view, we wanted to learn kind of everything.
Yep.
And, you know, a week, I know we're not going to learn everything. It's a very short amount of time. But what we have learnt is just, you know, I can't think of the word that I want to use at the moment, but there we go. Yeah.
It was sufficient to get going.
Yeah, it's given me the confidence to have a go at things that I would have been scared to do.
Yep.
It's maybe confirmed some things that I thought that I'd be able to do, and it is what it looked like. There's still always going to be things like, I mean, Pete's always going to be doing the electricals, Pete's always going to be doing the measuring to start with, but we've learned that you need to remeasure, and I'm happy to remeasure. So yeah, we've had a great time. Really enjoyed it. Sad that it's come to an end, really. But I'm going to put a link to your channel in below. If anyone wants to have a look at Liam's channel, then please do click on the link below. And we want to wish you all the best for all your future courses. And from us, we give you an A-star 1+. Probably the first one you've ever had in your life.
That's it. That is a
Right, Liam. Let's see if we can find out a few things about you. I'm going to do a quick fire session of some questions, and it's just what comes off the top of your head first. Who usually arrives at work first?
Rick.
Who arrives at work first?
Me.
Who is the tidiest?
Rick.
Who is the tidiest?
Me.
Who makes the best brew?
Me.
Who makes the best brew?
Me.
Who swears the most?
I don't know about that.
I must admit, having been here for a week with you guys, I was like, oh, I don't know, I can't tell.
I don't know about that one.
Who swears the most?
In my head, me.
Car or motorbike? Difficult one. I threw this one in because I knew it'd be difficult.
If I'm on my own motorbike, definitely.
Car or motorbike?
Bike.
Brown sauce or ketchup?
Brown.
Brown sauce or ketchup?
Brown.
Beaches or mountains?
Beaches.
Beaches or mountains?
I'm a beach, seaside kind of person.
Chips or rice?
Chips.
Chips or rice?
Chips.
Sweet or savoury?
Savoury.
Sweet or savoury?
Sweet, definitely. Definitely.
So this is the lovely Rick. We've spent the week with Rick.
I won't go that far.
You have your own YouTube channel, don't you?
We
The
call
Beechwoods.
The Beechwoods.
Tell us about the play on words.
The beach is a wood, and we used to live on a street called Beechwood.
Oh, right, okay, cool.
So it kind of
Yeah.
carried on, and like I said, I've been a carpenter chippy for 35 years, so again, beach is a wood. It was just...
It was
carried on from
natural.
there. Yeah, just a natural thing, you know what I mean? You're trying to think of a channel name, it's hard work sometimes.
It is,
so I thought,
yeah.
alright, I'll put
Yeah.
The Beechwoods.
Like it. I'd always like a good play on words. So, how have you become involved in Coalition Vans?
Well, been living in our truck for 3 years now, full time. Me, Mrs, little girl who's 11, dog.
Tell everybody what truck you have.
It's an Ivory Euro Cargo, 7.5 tonne. It's called Max. I want it to look like sort of murdier, so it's all blacked out, big lights and everything else, all that kind of thing. But plenty of room for 3 of us and the dog.
If you want to see the van, I'll put a link to Rick's channel below, and then you can have a look. And the dog I love. So Stanley,
Stan's lovely.
You'll have seen pictures of Stanley.
Yeah,
We played with Stanley.
I did do a van tour, a truck tour about 2 years ago, but it's watch it looks not like it now inside. It's all
Right,
changed.
okay.
It's all finished. There's a shower. There's all sorts of. There were no floor. There were no nothing, but it's all done now. So.
Yeah, going back to Coalition Vans.
As it were, like I say, so COVID came, closed my business down. I worked for myself for 10 years, so we were private rented, sold everything that we possessed, car, van, tools, furniture, moved into the van. The van was too small, bought a truck, so the tools came with me. So what I do is I do people's van conversions at the side of the road or whatever else.
Yeah.
And then obviously I knew Liam before we'd moved in, but only through YouTube van life thing. And then we ended up doing a couple of projects together, and then we came here. Sheffield came, like, you know, so we've been here 18 months now. Steady supply of vans. They tend to get, I call it a Beechwood special, because you could probably tell my layout, you know, work-wise from other people's vans. They all kind of look the same, you know.
I think quite a lot of people, I can't remember what the 2 girls...
Camper Vibe.
No. Brown Company or something. There's 2 girls that do van builds,
right, okay.
And again, you can tell which is one of their vans because they carry on a theme kind of through and a layout.
A customer came the other week and I says to me, we do egg and chips. If you want sausage and chips, you go somewhere else. So you kind of understand what I mean by that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
They see it online, they see what it looks like, they see the ceiling, they see what it's made of, and you're not going to come here and want something totally different. You know.
Yeah. This is what we do.
Yeah, this is what we do.
Surprises.
This is what we like. This is the kind of style that we do. That's what people will come for. If you want motorhome style, there's other companies out there who'll do that. And
what I quite like about yours is you send yours out naked, so to speak.
Yeah, because I don't like painting. I hate painting. We varnish the worktops and stuff, but again, we give the customer the choice.
Yeah.
We've done some painting in the past, but generally, they're happy with how it looks, and they might put a varnish on, or they might paint a few cupboards. And we've seen a couple of vans that've come back and they've painted, and you know, it's their stamp on it.
It's their choice.
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes people just want someone to do all the difficult, complicated stuff that isn't quite as difficult and complicated a week on from arriving here in Sheffield. But
any van build, the first 85-90% looks easy. It's the last 5%, 10% where you're trying to get the carpet, as you know, this week, you've little carpet hidden away, scribing the wood to make it look nice. It's them. You can just cut it, you can just stick it in, and it won't look as good, it won't look as finished. Yeah.
How did we come to doing a course? I think I've asked Liam the same kind of question. You said that you wanted December off. Is it December off you want, or November off?
December. I'm
off.
going to go Scotland and do whatever else, and it was a question of time, as in there's not enough time to put a full van in.
Yeah.
And people are always impatient.
Yes.
As in, can you do it tomorrow and I want it back on Wednesday? It's not. So it would have meant there'd be another van over.
Yeah.
But as it is, it's worked out fine. I think, to be honest, we've had a right nice group this week, because you never know. We don't know who's coming.
No. You
don't know what you're walking into.
No.
And we've had a nice group this week, and I've enjoyed it.
And I think it helps that, I don't think you'd come if you weren't interested, but we are all interested in what we're doing. So we have questions, we have been interactive.
This is what
so it's given you guys something to bite on, and it's allowed us to kind of guide it our way as well. So everybody's got a bit out of it.
I was expecting if 5 people came, 1 wants to be here.
Yeah. 2
just want to look round, and 2 are not interested. So it's going to be a long week, and as it is for me personally, like I said, everybody's wanting to get involved. Not so much today. Today's Friday.
Yeah, I think we've all got the Friday feeling today.
So everybody's had a go of everything.
Yeah.
You know, and we've made sure people have had a go of, even though they don't like it. If they don't like it, they've had 2 goes.
Yeah.
If they like it, they have 1 go.
Yeah.
So it's confidence on
And to be honest, you're down to the more faffy bits that are going to take long. There's nothing really now that we can get our teeth stuck into.
The seating on the bed, I'm guessing you've done some footage of inside. I mean, they went together pretty quick.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
It was amazing actually how quickly, which is why I said to you, how long does it take to do a van build?
It's only took him 3 hours to do that. It'd be done in an hour, done in a day.
Yeah.
You've just watched me this morning go in and out of the van 15 times to put one
just
piece
to keep
of wood.
that piece of wood in.
And you can't even see that piece of wood.
Yeah.
Really, because it's going to be covered up and whatever, but it needs to be right. So that's the little. When we did the cladding, it flew up.
I must admit that cladding, I'm like, oh yeah, I can do cladding now. That's easy.
It's easy. It's easy. And then the last 3 bits, because it was around the wheel arch, took about an hour.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets tricky.
But that's also where you have to pay the attention, because that's where you can either bodge it or you can make it.
If you know you're going to cover bits, then you don't have to be as precise.
Yeah.
But if you're going to expose bits and people can see it, especially yourself.
Make it worthwhile doing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a fantastic week here. We really have enjoyed it. We have learnt so much.
I hope so. I hope you haven't been too bored.
We're actually we're quite gutted that we got to go home. But there we go. So yeah, thank you ever so much. Yeah, I wish you all the luck in the world. Thanks. And I hope that you do some more courses, because as I say, we found it it's been fun, it's been informative, and you've been really patient actually, because if I've really not quite got my head around something and I've asked you and everybody else has already been told 3 times, you haven't gone, for Christ's sake, this woman.
First thing I said on Monday, there's no such thing as a stupid question. There isn't.
No.
There isn't. And like I say, I used to teach people that ride motorbikes years ago, right? You have been a breeze. I've had to pick you up in the middle of a roundabout thinking that you were dead. So this week's been a piece of piss. It's been really easy.
It's been a pleasure, and it's been nice to meet you in person as well.
Much.
Oh, thanks, Rick. Cheers.
Right.
Fitville is a cutting-edge company pursuing human foot health. Fitville Shoes are helpful for people in their daily life to prevent sprained ankles and knee injuries.
These particular Fitville shoes are available in 2 extra wide widths. So we have the 2E and the 4E. These wide shoes relieve foot pressure that you would normally find if you try and squeeze your extra large trotters or boats into a pair of skinny little shoes. My feet are quite wide and I often suffer with this kind of problems, but while we were in Sheffield, I had no instances of foot discomfort. They were really, really comfortable.
So as a girly, I do have quite large feet. I'm a size 8/9 and I do prefer a wider fit just for more comfort. Knowing that we were going on this course, Pete said, come on, look, you need to wear a pair of steel toe caps. If you drop a piece of wood or a heavy tool in your normal trainers, you're going to be in trouble. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to wear steel. I had a mind of like big, clumpy, heavy shoes. But when these turned up, this is not the case. So as you can see, it just looks like a normal trainer. It's not big and clumpy or anything. The steel toe cap, yes, it's really strong, but it's really light as well. So I was quite happy when I put these on to find that actually it just looked like I was wearing a normal pair of trainers, which also protected my feet if need be.
And for the pedants out there, we're not quite sure if this is really steel or some kind of strong composite material.
Oh yeah, sorry. I just called them steel toe caps.
Yeah, I think that's...
I think everybody knows them as steel toe cap shoes.
Yeah. But they're certainly protective.
Definitely.
If you're interested in getting your hands on a pair of Fitvilles, there'll be an exclusive link in the description below that gets you 30% off. So why not head down and have a look?
So here we have the rest of the guys that have been here with us all week in Sheffield doing the van conversion build workshop. We have the lovely Tamara, Paul, and his wife Laura. So where have you had to come from to come to Sheffield?
London.
And you guys are from?
Bedfordshire. So about 2.5 hours away.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we've all kind of come around about the same kind of distance to come. So what made you book onto this course?
The need of learning how to build more freedom. I need a proper campervan made with love, and mine is made with only money. So I really need to change that. He has no soul, and I need something with soul. So yeah.
And you guys, what was your motive?
Well, we've started a build, and I kind of wanted to know how to do it properly, but also how to take it further. But also it's kind of a little dream of ours to maybe build some vans and having a little rental business.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, just basically to try and learn how to do it properly really was my son learned some skills.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, getting creative. I was on it just to sort of help Paul, so he's not on his own building it. And, yeah, learn new skills to help our dreams come true.
So did you have any pre-expectations, any needs that you felt that you wanted to fulfill whilst we were here?
The expectation, no. Experience only, as usual. I don't really put expectation on things. I just go for the experience. Actually, more than even the knowledge. So, what I learn is great, and what I experience is the best. Anyway, so, yeah.
And did you have anything particular in mind that you wanted to achieve? As you know, if there was one thing that you kind of wanted to learn while you were here for the week.
Well, yeah, I mean, for me it was a woodworking side of things. I mean, I can do structural woodwork that's hidden.
Yeah.
But anything that looks beautiful, I didn't feel very confident doing. But now I've got a lot more skills. I mean, I have the tools anyway, but now I have more skills on how to get the best out of those tools. So woodworking and the carpeting for me was the key takeaways.
So how has the week been for you? How do you feel it's been?
I met lovely people that shared all the knowledge they could, and I learned by doing. I guess we all did, learning by doing here. And yeah, I'm going forward, not going back to London, but I'm going forward with a lot of new things that I need to apply now. I think that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
When it's going to be reality.
So I'm going to ask you this question, and then I'm going to let the guys just answer the question that you've just answered, so that you've got time to think about it. What has been the best best thing for you for the week? All right, so I'll let you think about that one. So guys, how do you feel the week's been for you?
Absolutely awesome. Yeah, learned so much. Had a great loads of support from Rick and Liam. Got a confidence up. Met some lovely people. So yeah, it's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I definitely echo that. The course is it hasn't felt like it's been. I don't want to say this in a bad way, but it doesn't feel like it's been regimented at all.
Yeah, it's felt quite casual, but it's flowed.
It's flowed really naturally and in a really sensible order.
Yeah, and at no point did I kind of feel like I was a student, and it's like, oh
No.
God, this is really boring now. And
No.
it's all been.
Everyone got hands on with everything.
Yeah.
We've seen, some to me a really big progression on the van that was half empty.
Yeah.
And now it's pretty much, we're really getting there with it.
The week, your best takeaway bit or your favourite bit?
Honestly, it's the full experience. It's knowing that even if you don't know where you are going, who you're going to meet, and what you're going to do exactly, just do it and go back with everything
Yeah.
that you learn. Everything that you share, every people you met is a message, is something for you to take. Maybe not straight away, but later on you will find out.
Yeah.
So always go for what feels right to you, and that's the highlight of the week, really. Let's just confirm that.
Yeah. And you guys? I mean, obviously, Paul, you're raring to go. You're chomping at the bit to put your newfound skills into action.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely same.
So it's been a fantastic week. We've really enjoyed meeting you all. We've really enjoyed working with you all, or attempting to work with you all. And yeah, thoroughly worth the money. Definitely. So if anybody's thinking about doing a van build, and if you ever see these guys offering out another workshop, definitely recommend going. So, how did our week go? What have we learnt, and what's next for us? So, first of all, did we enjoy it? Definitely.
Yes.
Really enjoyed it. I had to go at everything. I've used a router, a jigsaw,
Chop saw.
I don't like the jigsaw on metal. Cutting out the window in the van, oh my god, that was so nerve-wracking. Especially as other people have, like, you know, measured 4 times and still messed it up. I'm like, oh, please let this be right.
But guess what? The window went in just fine. It looks fantastic.
It did. And I can't say that I like the jigsaw any much better on wood either. So that's something I need to practice with. But I'm very confident. Well, not very confident, but I feel happy using things like a router and a track saw, drill impact driver.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and a pin gun. Oh, I like the pin gun.
So where do we go from here with this new knowledge? I like to think that, you know, if you go and buy a motorhome, campervan, caravan off the shelf, the layouts are always a compromise, and the design was optimized for somebody else. I mean, we sit with a 6-berth motorhome. There's only 2 of us in here. We could make better use of the enormous volume that this van has.
Don't panic. We're not going to start ripping out the interior of the motorhome.
No. But I'm saying for such a big van, we would probably do the design a little bit differently to how we find ourselves today.
So we like the space for 6 people, but we don't need to carry 6 people. We don't need beds for 6 people. So yeah, this is a chance for us to explore with our new skills and ideas moving forward.
We'll probably start off small. We'll get something like a bog standard ducato and see how we like the conversion process before we go full out and build something that will be for us to permanently use. I think it's a good idea. It's one thing having a week in a unit doing it with adult supervision. It might be another thing altogether doing it properly, but you know, there's only one way to find out. I think we're going to have to do it.
Yeah, we're definitely going ahead. It was Black Friday.
Black Friday.
It was Black Friday yesterday, and we're definitely going ahead. It was Black Friday on Friday just gone, and Mr. Amazon yesterday had to take several trips to our door to deliver all our parcels. We are now pretty much multi-tooled up.
We're expecting some further deliveries of even more tools later on this week, so yeah. Always look forward to a nice Amazon delivery, and yeah, so we're looking forward to getting stuck in.
So we didn't have thing that we used regularly on the van build course that we went on, because these are the tools that, moving forward, that we will need to do our own van build. Yeah,
I don't think a ancient drill, a blunt screwdriver and a hammer will probably do it. No. If you're going to do something, we need to do it properly. Yeah, we've also invested in quite a bit of measuring equipment.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the key things that Rick in particular instilled in us, number 23 Rick, is measuring, remeasure, and literally down to millimeters. Everything's got to be squares, or as square as you can get it in a non-square van.
Yeah, I'm pretty much used to measuring in centimeters, and I thought, wood is wood. You don't have to be that accurate. So I started off measuring in centimeters, and Rick said to me, no. If we measuring properly, we're going to be using millimeters. So that was probably about 30 seconds to move that decimal point one place. That's as hard as the conversion got, but there we are now talking millimeters.
Yeah. So we're definitely enthusiastic. We definitely feel that it's something that we can have a good bash at it. We know that our first one isn't going to be, top notch, but we feel that it's going to be of a decent standard now that we have the skills and we've had the practice of, so if you're carpeting and it's got a crease, or you've had actual experience of learning how to put something right, if you've not cut the piece of wood quite right, or the wrong dimensions, how the different ways of putting it right, rather than just, oh, that's near enough, make do. We're not near enough, make do people. Well, I'm definitely not. I'm really kind of OCD about, like, wrinkles, and I even wanted to get the iron out and iron the line in the carpeting on the rear doors on the van that we did, because the carpet had been folded and there was a crease.
She was told not to.
I was. Liam looked at me a bit cockled, actually.
Strange, yeah.
but to me, I can see the crease. I want to do the best I can.
So we're going to do the best we can and see where this journey takes us. I think it's going to be some interesting times, so stay tuned for further news and videos about our van conversion, van building experiences.
Right, I think we should let Liam close down this video, so without further ado, Liam, over to you.
Bye, Felicia.